Good day to you guys. As promised, I will be presenting the Shopify features, particularly on the Shopify store that we have set up from the previous video. So sit tight and learn from this Road to Millions in e-commerce Shopify features. So guys, welcome back. Thank you for staying and thank you for staying to see the second video in my Road to Millions session. And today we're going to discuss the Shopify features based on the Shopify store that we have just set up from the previous video, which was Road to Millions in e-commerce setup Shopify store. Now, I have freely went into the Shopify login page, which is the login-Shopify as seen from the upper left corner here. And the URL is accounts.shopify.com/store-login. And the first thing that you're going to see is this login area here, which says store address. So based on the store that we have set up from the previous video, it's my-ecommerce-training.myshopify.com. Now you would notice that I have indicated here .myshopify.com because we are using currently a 14-day trial. And somehow if you have already decided to create your own domain, which I will be discussing on another session, you can when the 14-day trial ends, you can use your own domain. And I will tell you on this session on how you can use your own domain based on the Shopify features that we will be seeing on this video. So now let's just click on the next button. So it's currently verifying the store. Now, it has already pre-populated the email address that we used for this Shopify store, which is my.ecommerce.training@gmail.com. And I will just be entering the password. Logging in. So there will be a lot of features that we will be discussing on this Shopify store. And once you have successfully logged in, this will be the welcome page that will greet the user. And if you would see on the URL on top right here, that's my-ecommerce-training.myshopify.com/admin. So technically this is the admin page. So this is what you're going to see on your admin page. And you on the upper left, on the upper right corner rather, you would see the name of your store, which is my e-commerce training, the one that we have just set up for this store. And you would see some items here, like you have 13 days left for your trial, and then you're going to select a plan, which I've already discussed from the previous video. And then you also have some features here like add products or customize theme and add domain. Now that's the domain that I was mentioning while we were logging in a few seconds back. We will be going through those setup right now. So we can do the add product on a separate video. And right now we're just going to discuss on what the parts or what the areas or features that Shopify has in this store. This is a general all stores that have the 14-day trial or the basic plan has all these features. So the customized theme is that when you have launched when you see the website that is set up for your store, this is how you customize the theme, whether you're going to change the colors, whether you're going to change on what pages to be shown, whether you're going to change the contact information, the about us, the privacy, and the catalogs for your products. This would be where you're going to change. This is practically the user interface that the shoppers would see. this is where you would customize those items, color, or if you want to upload your own theme, you have the freedom to do that. Or you can just use, probably as a beginner, the templates that Shopify has for setting up a Shopify store theme. Now the add domain is that if you've already set up your domain, or you bought a domain service from like GoDaddy and websites like that, you're going to change it here. So I think we're done with the admin page. So that is your admin page, which is also the home page. Now we're going to, if you look at the lower left corner, you would see the settings part, and let's just click on that and see on what it has. So if you click on the settings page or the settings functionality, you would see this on your page. It says here general, taxes, sales, channels, payment providers, locations, account, billing, notifications, checkout, shipping, files, and legal. Practically everything that you need to set up for your store will be here. Like how do you accept payments from Shopify? What kind of taxes are going to be imposed on the purchases? What is the shipping? Is it free? Is it $10 for a particular area, etc.? Now let's discuss some of these, and let's start with the general one. So the store details is right here. So this is the one that we have in the URL, which is my-ecommerce.training. Yeah. Now, so you might ask, why is it dot here and it's dash on the actual URL? But the Shopify store would replace the dot with a dash. I think it's a technical thing that needed to be saved on the database, so just take note of that. But if you decide to create your own name, a name that hasn't been registered yet, you just change it here. The store address is particularly very important because that's going to be used in the communication that you're going to have with the store and with the customers, and probably even with the suppliers. So the standards and formats. Now I live in New Zealand, and this is the unit system that we use here. So if you're living in the United States, I think it would be pounds here. So this section here, the edit order ID format, you can put a prefix here. If you want your item orders to be of a certain character format, you can put here the acronym or the initials for the store, like my e-commerce training, for example. So that's the prefix that will be showing on the item orders of your customers. Now if you want it to be a suffix, then just put it here on the suffix part. Let's delete this one and put it here, MET for my e-commerce training, and you would see here a sample on what kind of order ID that will appear to your customers. Store currency, I've set it up as New Zealand dollar right now because that's the default area, but as I said, this is the settings page, and you can just freely change it whenever you have fully decided on what the features would be, like for the currency, the address, the prefix, and the suffix for the order ID. So let's save this. So there are 2 save buttons for each settings, and practically with every features that you will see on the Shopify features. So let's just click on save, and if you're not happy, you can just click discard. But right now I'm going to click on save. There. So let's go back to the settings page. Let's click this part here. And now let's click on taxes. Now this is particularly very important because you want to make sure that you are doing your business legally. So the tax regions right now is, I'm in New Zealand, so that would be in New Zealand. Now if we click on edit, let's see. So you have some sections here, particularly with regions, because like in the United States, for example, there would be different kinds of tax rates per state. Like in New York, it's probably more expensive, so they have a higher taxes there. I think the Washington area, Washington DC, I think they have the lowest kind of tax. So yeah, if you get what I mean. So you set your taxes here, but the thing is, you can actually for the rest of the world, let's try setting it up. All applicable taxes for rest of the world. Well, when you do the if you have customers, actually, you might, if I was a customer, I would like, when I do a checkout and already pay for something, I want to make sure that it's the final price. Now you as a seller, now you as the Shopify store owner, you want your customers to feel that everything has already been set up, that the taxes, the value added tax, the shipping rates are already added to the entire total when the customer is about to pay. Now that is a technique that you might want to study. When I sell my products, I already put the taxes there, and I already put the taxes, the shipping into consideration, plus on top of the profits that I'm going to make, because I want to make the customer feel that I don't have any other unseen or unforeseen charges when they go to the checkout page. So I would suggest that you just put the rest of the world to not charging as no taxes, because you're going to pay your taxes anyway when you do your accounting at the end of the year, or your tax fiscal year on wherever you are. So on this section here, you have the tax calculations. Show all prices with tax included. Now the customers will like that because they don't want to see a different price when they see it on the catalog, and then a different price on once they are going to check out the product. Charge tax on shipping rates. I would probably leave this here as not checked. Charge VAT on digital goods. This items here is definitely up to you on how you're going to set up your taxes for the products that you're going to sell. So I think the one that will be ideal is to check this one here. Show all prices with tax included. So let's save this one. And now let's go back to the settings page. Sales channels. Yep. So when you have already launched or published your store, you would see your store here, the online store. We will go back to this one when we are going to discuss the customize the store theme. Payment providers. Now, I use the Shopify payments powered by Stripe, so I think this is default. Shopify would use the payment system that they already set up for this store, or you can set up a PayPal account. So you can just edit here if you have a PayPal account. And there are alternative payments here. So if you select the drop down here, select additional payment method, you will see BitPay, GoCoin, Poly Internet Banking, Afterpay. You can also put it on Laybay. It totally depends on you. But me, I just use the usual payment providers, which is Visa or MasterCard. I don't usually use PayPal. So yeah. So manual payments, if you're living in like for example in the Philippines, cash on delivery is very much in demand there, because most of the people there don't have credit cards, so they prefer to pay when the item is going to be delivered, or bank deposit for example. So you're just going to ask the client or the customer to send you the deposit slip, screen capture, or the deposit reference number. Payment authorization, it depends on you if you want it to be automatically captured on payment orders or to manually capture payment orders. Now this is important because it depends on whether you know the inventory for the products being purchased. Then you can and if you know that you still have supplies, then you can just put it on automatically capture payment for orders. But if you're not sure of the inventory, and if you have any supplies left on a certain product purchased online, then I suggest you just select the manual capture orders. But if you're confident about your inventory, then select the automatically capture payments. So that's payment providers. Now let's go to account. Yep. So the account page shows you on what kind of membership you have currently, which is when we are on a trial that we created this membership just yesterday, March 31, 2019, and it's currently active. Account owner is my e-commerce training, staff accounts. When you select a plan, you for the basic plan you are allowed to have two staff accounts. Whether your store is a very big store and you need some staff and you need some help, you can add their accounts here, so that if you're not available, they can do the settings, the fulfillment, the payment, the tax rates, the and other information that needs to be set up, like sending an email or a notification to the client whether the tracking number is already available, or the shipping will be delayed, etc. So you can set up two staff accounts here. So login services allow your staff to use external services to log in Shopify, like Google Apps, and a store status. So we can discuss these sections here on another video, but for this session, that is the accounts page on the settings. I think I would just be discussing the more important sections of the settings page, like billing. Let's see billing. All the billing that you will incur when you use the Shopify store, you will be setting it up on this page. So you would need to add your credit card, and account summary would be displayed here as well. And the credits. The credits section would show on how much you have earned. The earnings that will be shown here includes everything that the customer has paid for. So that would be the gross amount, and you will be and it's up to you whether to account on how much the shipping was, how much the tax was, and it's totally up to you. So I suggest that you would take notice of every credit and every sales and then every payments that will be coming into your credit card that you will be setting up here. So that's billing and shipping. Forgive me if I'm rushing this. I don't want to create a very lengthy video. Videos need to be straightforward. That's just my thing. Anyway, so the shipping is this is the address that I have set up. Now you can change this if you don't want people to be stocking the area where you do your shipping. But this is the customers would not see this, but you can change it anyway. The shipping rates at checkout. Okay, so let's select this one. Let's select rest of the world. Yep, so the rest of the world can be changed. You can just set it up like that, or just let it be rest of the world again. And you can add countries here, but on default it has 241 countries. So is it price-based rates, or weight-based rates? Now I would probably suggest that you do the weight-based rates instead, and it's totally up to you on how much the rate amount that you will be setting up here. So it's very important for you to have the rates available for all the shipping providers that you will be using for shipping your products to your customers. I haven't used calculated rates yet because I usually use the weight-based rates. So let's just save this one, although I didn't change anything. Right, so let's go back to shipping. And if you're shipping domestically, I'm in New Zealand, so let's click on edit. The good thing about this is that you can actually have 0 shipping rate. So we can put a 0 here. If you didn't see where I did that, so I went to the weight-based rates and I click on one of the rows here, the standard shipping, and I clicked on edit and I set it to 0. Or let's just click on free shipping rate, because if you want your customers to go back to you, you want to give a very good impression that the shipping is for free, but actually it's already covered on the entire price that you have showed your customers. So you have to be very smart on how to do your pricing. You will need to add the shipping fee into the final price, but still maintain a level of profit from the sale that you're going to make. So you can set a free shipping like what I did show you here. So you just click on this checkbox here if you want all your shipping rates to be free, but already added to the entire price of the product displayed on your catalog. So let's just save this one. Forgive me for the background noise. I don't have a very quiet room here. Anyway, let's go back to shipping. So yeah, I've already showed you the shipping from section, the shipping zones for domestic and the rest of the world. You can actually, let me show you rest of the world again. If you have free shipping here. So yeah, you also have free shipping here. And then you can set a free shipping for worldwide deliveries. Let's go back to shipping. Packages, so you can set the packages dimensions here. Packaging slips, now this is an extra payment if you want a customized packaging slip, or if you have your own packaging slip, if you're doing the fulfillment or the shipping yourselves, if you're not relying on a supplier, like for example AliExpress or Alibaba. Additional shipping methods. Again, this can be a third-party calculated rates at checkout. So you can set it up. It totally depends on you, but I personally prefer that other suppliers, my suppliers, would be doing the fulfillment and the shipping. And I will be discussing that on a separate video. And then the custom order fulfillment. Are you the one who's going to fulfill the order or your supplier? Excuse me. So that is shipping. So another important part of the settings page is the legal. Let's click on the legal. Yep. So if you have set up some refund policy, privacy policy, terms of service, and shipping policy, these are all very important in your page, because if you're going to sell online, for example, if you're going to use a Facebook ad, Facebook requires a privacy policy. And if you don't have that, you cannot set up a Facebook ads marketing for you to market your products on a wider range of people. So you definitely need to have some refund policy or privacy policy here. And if you don't have one, that would be easy. I will be sharing a link on this video on templates that we can use to make some of these policies available for your store. But again, these 4 items here are very, very important. And if you're selling in the European Union privacy policy, you will need to have added some more details on this part, because I think there are more stricter privacy policies in the European Union. So that's legal. And the files, well, that's just basically the files that you're going to use when you customize the theme of your store. What kind of logo, what kind of banner, the photos for your products, etc. So that's settings for you. And the apps. Let's go to the apps feature. If you're going to import products from AliExpress, then therefore you're going to need some app to make the products go from AliExpress and then displayed to your Shopify store. And one of the apps for that is this one. It's called the Overlow. It's free, so you just click on. Let's show an example on how to add an app here. So let's just click on Overlow, and then the Overlow setup page will be displayed, and then just click on Add App. It's asking for our login. So my ECommerce training.myshopify.com, the login. Overlow does the importing of the products on your behalf. I will be creating a separate video for this one, and then I'm just showing you on how to add the Overlow or how to add apps to your Shopify store. So once we logged in from that page, just click on Install App. So once you have installed the app, you would see this page. Let's just click on the close here. So the items that you would be seeing here are items from AliExpress, and I will be discussing that on a separate video as I'm promised. Okay, so let's just for the moment close this, and we have already, let's refresh this and see if Overlow is already added as one of your apps. So there, Overlow is now added as one of your apps, and it's the one that you're going to use to import products from suppliers like AliExpress. Discounts. So you can create a discount here. Just set up a name for your discount, like for example, my e-commerce training special promo discount code. So it's really up to you. You can be as creative as you want, or you can just be, it can be any alphanumeric characters, whatever you prefer. And then you have the options here, like is it a fixed amount or free shipping, or if you buy one get 5 for free kind of promotion or discount, and then the discount value you add it here. Does it apply to the entire order or specific collections on a catalog or specific products? You can also do that. Minimum requirement, it's totally up to you. All the details here are completely up to you when you do discount codes. So that's discount marketing lead page, because we didn't change anything. So if you're going to create a campaign to launch, to make your store known to a wider range of people, you create it here. But I'm going to create a Facebook page, Facebook ads, and Facebook marketing strategy that we can use to market our products. So I will be creating separate videos for that. Analytics. So when your store has already been published online and been seen by people around the world, you would see the analytics and the statistics on what kind of performance your store has, like how much total sales you have, online store sessions, how many people have visited your store, how many average orders. You would see the graph here, and the sales by traffic source, if the traffic came from Google, or it came from Instagram, or it came from your Facebook ads. You would be seeing it here, so you can gauge on what kind of marketing that you can use, where it is more effective to reach a wider number of people. And then the landing pages, whether the people viewed the home page of your store, or they viewed the product page, or catalogs page, or the privacy refund policy page. You would see it here. So that's analytics. Customers. On the customers page, you would part of the section in your Shopify store, there would be a subscription page, a subscription area where the clients or the visitors can leave their email addresses because they want to receive information from your store if you have certain discounts or promos. So they leave their emails, and you would see those emails here and their names. The products. If you have imported the products from Oberlo, from AliExpress to Oberlo, and then to your Shopify store, you would see it here. And you can also edit each product description and pricing. I will be probably creating a video for that so that you can have an idea on what I'm talking about. So that's products for you, and then orders. You will see the orders here, how many people have ordered, and what items did they order. Or you can also see here the fraud analysis that I was talking from the previous video that we created, whether a credit card was used from a certain area like the United States, but the person who owns the credit card is from Australia. So the fraud analysis, you would see it also here on the orders section. And finally, let's check on the online store. So the online store has the themes. You can create your blogs if you want. If the niche that you have selected, for example, is fashion, then you can create fashion blog posts here that your customers or clients or fans can follow. And the pages, you can add certain pages to your account, like for example your refund policy. You can add it as a page here. So let's click on add page, and then you can title it refund policy. Okay, and then you can add here on this section the content, the refund policy that we saw on the settings page, legal section. So let's just discard that for the moment. Discard. Once you have those pages, refund, privacy, terms and conditions pages here, there would be a section here where you can add it to your Shopify store. Navigation. So currently we have the standard navigation, which is the main menu and the footer menu. Domains, I've discussed that, whether you have your own domain or not. Currently the domain is the trial, 14-day trial domain, and preferences. So you can set up here some other items like the homepage title, whether you need to retain the name of the store or you want to be more creative and create your own homepage title. It's totally up to you. And Google Analytics, well, I mentioned a while ago that I will be discussing some Facebook marketing, and one of the topics on Facebook marketing is the Facebook pixel. So I will be discussing that on the video as well, and what this section here means and how important it is. And then the password protection. Well, right now no one can see this store because we haven't selected the plan yet. But if you want to show the current status of your store to your friends or to your relatives or to your peers, for them to give you some feedback on how it looks like, whether it's appealing or not, you can give them this password so that if you give them the URL to this shop, they can access the store and see what's inside your store. So I guess that's everything for now. I think this is a very lengthy video. I personally hate lengthy video, but I have no choice. I promise that this would be a Shopify features video presentation, and I hope that I have helped you in a certain level, for example. Now I will be discussing the next video sessions will be focusing on how to import the products from suppliers like AliExpress using the Oberlo app that we have added on this section. I also promised videos on Facebook ads and Facebook marketing. Just probably definitely subscribe to my channel or follow my Facebook page for updates whether I have uploaded those videos, and then you can view them as free as you can be. All videos are free, they will not be for sale. I believe in the saying that the great things in life are free. So I hope that you would subscribe to my channel and follow my Facebook page. I will be setting up a Twitter page as well so that you can follow me there. So guys, that's me for today. I think this is a very lengthy video. I've said that already. But I hope that you enjoyed this session, and I hope that you have learned something, and that learning all this stuff is part of the road to millions in e-commerce. And I'm talking millions of dollars. And you will see. Now, that's for me. Goodbye for now, and see my next video.